Can you show me on the doll where he touched you? It's your turn to...
Oh, is it for me?
Consider yourself fired.
Why are you winking at me?
Consider yourself fired.
Hello, and welcome to the JT and Drew Show. I'm JT.
And I'm Drew.
And we're two nobodies talking about nothing.
Consider yourself fired. All right. Welcome back. Listen.
Whoa. What's with the attitude, man?
Listen.
Why is your face like red?
Is it very AOC-ish? Because that's what I'm going for these days.
Well, that might be the way to go these days, but you look like something's really bothering you.
Constipated, maybe?
No. I just let mine out.
Oh. I was talking about me.
Oh, sorry.
But yes, no on both accounts then.
No. Oh, what's bugging you, man?
Oh.
Tell me, talk to me.
What's not bugging me? I guess just you can't get away from it. We talk about it every time, the gloom and doom, but you just can't get away from it.
This is not gloom and doom. What's gloom and doom is what Putin is doing and Zelensky and that whole operation, but that's for another show.
Well, rhyme and crime. Basically,
You don't have a dime?
being able to do whatever the heck you want and get away with it.
Oh, I know. Ooh, that really just grinds my gears.
Yeah, that really grinds the gears. I mean, it's like putting me in a stick shift and saying, go for it.
You know what I could do? I'll just leave you at the dealership and let the salesman teach you.
Yeah, then I can come back and say, this is crap.
Well, my dad did it, so if he can do it, you can do it.
Well, your dad was white. Is white. Yes. Great mustache, too.
Oh, he's had that since high school.
Really?
He's never shaved it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he went to high school in the 70s, man.
A little mustache envy, not going to lie.
Yeah, you had to have a little mustache. Well, it's way bigger than mine.
They ever call him Chester?
No.
Well, it's not for everyone,
No.
you know?
It's really not. But we did know a guy named Lester. Oh, no. If you think white trash, this guy would be the picture of it.
Okay. Did he ever...
Can I say that on camera?
Did he ever get mad at you and your
Me?
muscly throwing arm?
Oh, no. I was a skinny little dude. I think I met him, 5 through... I think he finally went back to prison when I was 8.
The story gets better. Oh, man.
Oh, he didn't touch me.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this gear grinding, it's not that I want to break the rules and get away with it too. It's that if I or you or the normal Joe in this country were to go and break these rules, we're done. If I remember, a couple tax seasons ago, we owed, and we got a letter in the mail from the IRS, and they were saying, hey, yeah, this is what you owe. By the way, if you don't pay, in a nutshell, if you don't pay, we will seize your assets. Okay. So that's a pretty big deal.
That is a pretty big
And
deal.
we're talking like small scale owing, a couple $1,000s or something. Like nothing into the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions.
Mm-hmm.
And we paid it. Didn't want our assets taken.
Well, yeah. Now that's good. I'm glad you paid it. Hopefully it was on time, so you didn't
no guarantees
owe anymore. But no, I remember my very first time filing a tax return. The individuals, and I think I've talked about this on another episode, where the H&R Block ladies held me there until somebody could bring a checkbook up and I could write them a check.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
serious.
they would not allow me to leave the store.
It's serious. And we talk about this, from time to time at work, but it's like in the military. If you owe the military anything, if they've overpaid you, if you got an extra entitlement that you weren't supposed to get, they will take it right then and there. It's not going to be, hey, we accidentally gave you too much money. Over the next couple months, we'll take a couple $100s out till we get our money back. They're going to take that lump sum right then and there. And if it happens to be a whole paycheck, well, you're out of a whole paycheck.
Yeah.
Or two or three or however much it is.
Well, I remember they let you fill out this paperwork that says, okay, we'll take it out of like 3 months, right? We'll do increment. But they never do. I think it's a paper to make you feel good, but it always just comes out one lump sum.
Yeah. Yeah. But if they owe you money, well, we'll get it to you in installments of like 26 cents a month for the next 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so who are we talking about again? Did we say a name?
I apologize. I totally left the name out. I don't know if you've heard of him or if any of our listeners have. But he goes by Hunter Biden.
Okay. Oh, this guy.
Yes. So he owed, over the past couple of years, like $1.2 million.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
What kind of income are you bringing in that you owe over 2 years $1.2 million?
I wonder if he's paying his fair share in taxes.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah. Oh.
Doesn't sound like it.
And some icing on the cake here. Just, well, maybe another layer of cake. How about that? Because this isn't all.
Ooh, triple.
Illegally, that's with an I, illegally, purchased a firearm. So
yeah, we've known about that.
You know, when you go to the store and you want to buy a gun, you've got to fill out paperwork and you're swearing or affirming that, everything is true and accurate and you're not addicted to drugs or you're not high or you haven't had this history, yada, 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 and they do their background check as well.
Yeah. Well, I felt that out a couple of times.
Yeah. Well, he totally lied on that form and purchased a firearm.
No way.
Wow.
Get out of here.
Strike two.
Oh, this is a double. I thought we were going for triple. Dang it.
Well, no, last episode.
I love me some layered cakes.
Yeah, so they've decided, after this 4 or 5 years of investigating him and all the craziness and the laptop and just everything that's been put out there on him, well, we're going to go for the tax evasion and the illegal firearm purchase and possession. And we're going to try to get a plea deal. So he's going to say guilty and he'll just get some probation time.
What?
Yeah. So
the government's not going to freeze his assets and they're not going to penalize him for lying on a form that allows you to buy firearms.
Yeah, and that form says up to 10 years in federal prison. It's not a little slap on the wrist, we'll take you to the county jail for 30 days or for 5 hours or something. It's federal prison up to 10 years.
So they're going to have him say, yeah, I'm guilty of all these things, and then not even let him serve any prison time?
That's what it's sounding like. Now, nothing has come down for sure as of yet.
Right.
But that's what it's sounding like. And even one of the headlines on the Associated Press says that it's a deal that likely averts time behind bars.
Well, what makes him so special?
Well, for starters, he's white.
Hey, you always go back to this.
For seconds, he's the son of the President of the United States. I mean, he can do no wrong.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, I'm going to go back into the white card for just a minute. Now, obviously, I'm not a white hater or whatever the crazy crap that goes around these days.
Right.
But for all the people that, how do I say it politely, bark and complain about, oh, white people in power, white people, they get away with this. If it was a black person, blah, blah, blah. Okay, now you voted in an old white man into office when there were other minority choices. And now the old white man's old white son is getting off almost scot-free for some pretty heinous crime.
Sounds pretty heinous to me.
Where's the outrage? I know the outrage right here, but will we see it, do you think, from the rest of the country?
No, because the only kind of outrage you're going to hear is going to be from the right. That's the only kind of outrage you're going to hear.
Yep.
And this is now setting a double standard because, and I'm going to kind of go off a little bit here.
Sure.
They're not throwing the book at Hunter, but they seem to be throwing the book at Trump. Now, Trump isn't really doing anything that's going to help him right now. From what I've heard, he's not really listening to his attorneys on what he should be doing about what his current situation is. We're not going to get into that because that's a whole nother 30, 45-minute episode.
Right.
But there's a double standard for who you know and what position they're in, and apparently what political party you're associated with. That's what I'm saying, and I'm blind as a bat.
No, you're absolutely right. Double standard to the highest degree. And, they've been trying to avert or divert attention from this whole thing from its conception. And, Trump. Let's focus on Trump. The laptop stuff, that's fake. That's it's not real. And then they found the laptop and they found the hard drive and they found all the evidence. And, okay, well, Trump's still worse. Really? So yeah, him being Hunter, him getting this plea deal would have him skip going to trial, which would take days or weeks, and it would be all over the headlines. It would paint the White House and the current administration in an even worse light, and it would tie the Justice Department back to them when they've been trying to keep as much distance as possible.
I just got it. What you
got?
What's happening right now?
Yeah.
What's happening right now? Say it.
Yeah, what's happening right now?
Elections. Who's running for president?
Oh.
So if they keep this out of the limelight, this will still make Biden look good as a candidate.
Right.
And we can smear Trump all day long.
Yeah.
Now, once Biden gets back into the White House, knock on wood he doesn't, but if he does, then they may pursue it, or they may just try to sweep it up under the rug, like they've been doing with Hunter his entire 4 years.
Yeah, well, and when Trump was in office, his entire 4 years, it was all about the Russia collusion, and we found out
they found no evidence on
that
it.
was fake.
Yeah, well, no, we found out that it was being paid for by Hillary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his
and her
opponent. Interesting.
And, tinfoil hat, but what the heck, man?
Yep.
Well, I'm just here to tell you you're a white supremacist. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, and if they can get Hunter to agree, and okay, I'll be guilty, I'll fall on the sword, right? For the tax and guns charges that they're trying to bring on him, it's going to take attention away from everything else that he's done, and the monies that he's accepted, and the bribes, and all the drugs and hookers and all this other junk. And it's going to take all that away from, again, that limelight, putting it on the White House and the president.
Yeah.
Because, no, we've already investigated him, and he pled guilty on, tax and guns. Leave the guy alone. What? I mean, this isn't a witch hunt. Really?
Is it though?
Really?
I mean, you're doing the exact same thing to one other opponent out there.
But it's okay if you're on the right side of the aisle. Well, the left side of the aisle.
I was about to say the correct side of the aisle.
It's okay for one side to do it, but if the other side does it, well, hold on. No, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. Well,
rules for thee.
What are you going to do?
Not for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. So I'm going to put all these laws into place, but when I break them, that's okay. But you're not allowed to break them.
No. If you were to do that, if you were to go and illegally purchase and possess a firearm, I mean, it's not guaranteed, but I can almost guarantee you, JT, you're going to get some federal prison time because you're just an average Joe.
Yeah. Not even Uncle Joe. I'm just average.
Yep. I mean, you're the right color, but you're a dime a dozen.
Yeah,
well, you're not really
true.
the right color right now. It looks like you've been getting some sun, but you know what I mean.
Orale. I'm jumping the fence if that's okay with you. Hop in the wall.
Listen,
swim in the river.
Listen, come on over, brother.
I do like tacos.
Ooh, I like tacos.
Yeah.
Let's see
We
here.
know you do.
Quick internet search.
Uh-oh.
Fraud and tax evasion penalties. For fraud and tax evasion, the tax law dictates that if you're convicted, you may be fined up to $100,000 and sent to jail for up to 5 years. The maximum fine for corporations is $500,000. So again, fines and jail time that we would get as ordinary citizens. But those that are all-knowing and superior won't see.
Well, okay. So you just did the tax one. What is the penalty for lying on the gun?
That was up to 10 years in federal prison.
Oh, you said that already.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not listening.
Okay, so the failure to pay the penalty, or the failure to pay penalty is 0.5% of the unpaid taxes for each month or part of a month the tax remains unpaid. The penalty won't exceed 25%. This is coming from irs.gov.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. Public school math does it again.
Part of this plea bargain is going to be probation.
Well, I hope they get a judge.
It says
that.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No, you go ahead.
I hope they get a judge that at least will penalize him the exact same way anybody else on the street would get penalized, and not do the parole or what is it?
Probation.
Probation. Does not give give them probation for doing all this stuff.
Yeah, fat chance. It says 2 people, and this is from the Associated Press, 2 people familiar with the investigation said the Justice Department would recommend 24 months of probation for the tax charges, meaning Hunter would not face time in prison. But the decision to go along with any deal is up to the judge. It says that the folks weren't authorized to talk about it anymore. He is to plead guilty for failing to pay more than $100,000 in taxes on over $1.5 million in income in both 2017 and 2018, charges that carry a maximum possible penalty of a year in prison. The back taxes have since been paid, according to a person familiar with the investigation. The gun charges, however, that he, purchased and possessed a handgun when he shouldn't have, and they put on here for 11 days. Wow, like that makes a difference. The rarely filed count carries a maximum sentence of up to 10 years in prison, but the Justice Department said Hunter Biden had reached a pretrial agreement, which likely means as long as he adheres to the conditions, the case will be wiped from his record. So, you behave, you do good on your probation. This never happened.
I got a couple of things. Do you think this gives him more ammo to write a book incriminating himself again?
Another book?
Yeah.
Sure. Look what I did and got away with.
Yeah. And do you think we are jumping the gun on this stuff right here being so fresh that we don't have all of the information. Like, everything is just...
Oh, definitely. It's all speculation at this point.
Yeah.
You know, it obviously hasn't happened. This is all... He plans to plead guilty and take probation and blah, blah, blah. But nothing has been sentenced as of yet. Or hey, here is the agreement that's come from this. This has all just happened. It's fresh. Even so, the fact that it's an option is what gets me. Because again, us normal peons down here at the bottom of the totem pole, I mean, they would be making examples of us.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't get that option.
But again, they're chalking it up to like his drug addiction. They're chalking it up to his brother's passing away. You know, he really struggled with that and then became addicted to drugs. It says here in a quote from one of his lawyers, it says, "I know Hunter believes it is important to take responsibility for these mistakes he made during a period of turmoil and addiction in his life. He looks forward to continuing his recovery and moving forward." You know, he's just a stand-up citizen who hit a speed bump when he was struggling with some stuff in his personal life. Okay, so I get it. You know, you lost your brother. Maybe y'all were really close and you struggle with that a little bit. But then you turn to drugs for several years and you marry your brother's widow and you go and spend tens of thousands of dollars on hookers. And, I mean, the list goes on and on. Like, and that's, well, I mean, you know, he was just having a hard time, man. It was just a tough time.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Yeah, so that's what's got me all riled up.
I'm glad you said it, not me.
You know what sounds good right now?
Drugs?
I was going to say a buffet. Ooh, a buffet of drugs. I think there's a term for that.
Well, if there is, I don't know it.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
I've never heard of it.
Okay.
You didn't teach me anything about that the other day.
I did what?
Who?
I don't do drugs.
White power.
White powdered? I think that's called cocaine.
Powdered donuts. I like those.
Ooh, yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
It's about all the white powdered I'd get.
Yeah, I'd be white powdered wasted.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you could watch
I'm right there with you on that one.
Watch one of those videos from Hunter's laptop. See what his technique is. Crush up my donuts and just get after it.
You ever get to like the bottom of the bag and you like lick your finger and get all the powdered sugar out just by getting it into your mustache? As always, we'd like to say thank you for stopping by and listening to the podcast.
Yeah, we realized that you could have been doing anything way more productive, but you chose to waste your time with us.
We look forward to talking about absolutely nothing with you next time.
If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, please email us at
jtandrewshow@gmail.com or visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/jtdrewshow.